Hi all, Loz D Punch Out TV. Hope you're well on this Friday afternoon. Um, I haven't done any videos this week. There's not really a lot going on in boxing. What's piquing my interest at this moment in time. But I quickly want to talk about a subject. What we were talking about on my live stream last weekend, and it was: is it the end of the road for the relationship between Eddie Hearn and Bricktop? And the reason being why I'm saying this is because last week, early on last week, Eddie Hills and Fish Eyes were in the Talk Sport studio, and they were talking about up and coming fights and working together. Queensbury and obviously Matchroom. Now Fish Eyes is on DAZN, and he's going to be kickstarting some fights coming off soon. And they never even mentioned anything about Turkey Al Sheikh, the Turbinator. And also, with Turkey Al Sheikh teaming up with Dana White, bringing in his promotion as TKO, is the friendship over? Are they going to go to war? Because listening to Bricktop in the week on an interview on Box Nation with Dev the Sausage Sarni, the headline was just absolute gaslighting. It was just Frank reveals up and coming fights for heavyweight fights and Daniel Dubois and stuff like this, and it was just absolute trash. He never even spoke about. It was more about Joe Joyce and Fabio Wardley's going to be having a homecoming fight in Ipswich, but it was just waffle. He didn't name anything about what's going on with Daniel Dubois, who's he's fighting and stuff like that. Now, I mean, I'm just hearing loads of absolute rubbish about Daniel Dubois could be fighting Usyk. Now he's saying he wants to fight Parker. I mean, AJ's got to fight Ajit Kabayel. I mean, Anthony Joshua's fighting Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's fighting Alexander Usyk. And on and on and on. And it's just absolute waffle. But what gets my attention is Turkey Al Sheikh put a tweet out early last week when Bricktop's been running around about trying to make this fight with Alexander Usyk and Daniel Debums. And Turkey put a tweet out saying good luck with that. So it's obviously Turkey doesn't want no part of that because he wants to my knowledge, he's making the best fights, the best fight the best. And he obviously sees that Daniel Debums should have been fighting or rescheduled and fight Joseph Parker. So it's obvious that Turkey doesn't want any part of that BS. What's going on now? Will Turkey bringing in Dana White? Will he now wash his hands of Fish Eyes and Eddie Hills? Is it the end of the road for him? Like I say, going back to the interview with Eddie Hills and Bricktop, it was just all talk about what their plans are about working together and stuff like that. So, is it now Turkey's brought in the mobsters? Someone made a good point actually about Daniel Kinahan. I forgot now what they said. It was on my live stream mentioning about something. Is he still working in the background in boxing out there in Saudi? I mean, you never know. How long is Turkey going to be around? Because I do know, and that Turkey has stressed that he's not going to be around in boxing for long because he's obviously got some kind of illness. And I have heard people say that before. Are they going to replace Turkey with another person? The Saudi government? Is Frank and Eddie Hearn see that Dana White's a threat to him? And obviously if Turkey's behind him with all the money, are they going to get out and do their own thing? Are they going to go to war? No, I don't mean wars and war. You know what I mean. Just are they splitting ways? Are they splitting ways as it bugs him alone versus Peaky Blinders? I don't know, but it's interesting. I want to see what all because the heavyweight division at the moment for me is a shit show. It's gone back to a shit show. It's the handbrake's been pulled up. No one's making any fights. I've not seen any new Rayad cards coming up, even though I have heard Eddie Hills and Fish Eyes on about doing another 5v5, but they were on about doing that in the UK. So yeah, I don't know, it's interesting, especially now Frank's on the zone. He's on the same platform as Eddie Hearn. So obviously they're going to be working a lot closer together. The lot of them. But I don't know, let me know what you think. I find it very funny after this last Rayad card in February that nothing's been announced. Now, I'm not saying that there hasn't, but to my knowledge, I've not seen anything. Or are they about to announce something? But when I watched that interview last week on TalkSports with Eddie Hills and Fish Eyes, like I say, it was all about what they're doing. And my good brother Lee from Inside the Distance, he did a video on it last week as well. And we spoke about this on my live stream. Lee actually broke it down very good on his video. So if you want to check that out, he broke it down very well. But I just find it funny how it's just all of a sudden gone stalemate. Like I say, listening to Dev Sarni with Bricktop, he isn't pushing for this Dubois Rusek as much as what he was last week and the week before. And it's obviously got something to do with Turki Al Sheikh putting out that tweet saying, good luck with that. But I think it could be the end of the road for him. I don't know, it's just speculations, but let me know what you think. Peace out, and I'll catch you on the next one.